Hello from our nation's capital, and welcome to ACPA's weekly video report, 3 minutes on Monday. Well, there's been a flurry of activity here in Washington in recent weeks related to infrastructure. In this week's video update, we'll provide you with a brief overview of what's been going on, where we are today, and what the next steps may be. As a matter of background, last summer, the Senate EPW committee passed their highway authorization bill, the America's Transportation Infrastructure Act, or ATIA. It provides $287 billion over 5 years and amounts to roughly a 27% increase over current FAST Act spending levels. The bill passed unanimously at a committee with bipartisan support. However, no action has taken place on this bill in the Senate since then. On the House side, the T&I committee passed its version of a highway bill just last month, called the Invest in America Act. It provides $319 billion for highway investments, also over 5 years. This represents roughly a 42% increase over current levels. After passage by the T&I committee along party lines, Democratic leadership in the House then rolled that bill into a broader $1.5 trillion infrastructure package called the Moving Forward Act. By a vote of 233 to 188, the House passed the Moving Forward Act largely along party lines on July 1st. While ACPA and our coalition partners are encouraged by this, as a necessary step towards reauthorizing federal surface transportation programs before the expiration of the FAST Act on September 30th, final enactment of meaningful highway legislation will require a bipartisan compromise in both the House and Senate. In years past, infrastructure investment has enjoyed such bipartisan support. Now, later this week, we expect President Donald Trump to tout his administration's transportation agenda during a campaign event in Atlanta, while Democratic challenger Joe Biden is expected to lay out an updated blueprint of his infrastructure plans. So, although there may not be a clear path forward at this point, it is critical that we continue to remind Congress how important infrastructure investment is to the country's recovery and economic growth. We anticipate announcing a broad grassroots call to action this week to urge Congress to work together to pass a final bipartisan infrastructure package that reauthorizes surface transportation programs prior to the September 30th deadline. We will conduct this in conjunction with the North American Concrete Alliance, or NACA, and will provide details in an alert to all members, guiding you through a simple and efficient process of sending emails to each of your elected members of Congress, as well as President Trump. Again, it is important that you participate to help make our industry voice heard. Don't just rely on your industry representatives or lobbyists. Please engage. A significant increase in transportation investment over the next 5 years will sustain and create jobs for our industry, will result in more sales of cement and other concrete materials and equipment, and will put our country on the road to long-term economic growth. A successful outcome demands sustained action from all of us. So on behalf of your ACPA staff, thank you for your continued support and commitment to our concrete pavement industry. We look forward to the day we can all meet again in person, but until then, be well, do good, and stay safe.